Oh, it is 100 degrees even, and it's only bound to get hotter and hotter and hotter because for some reason we can't agree that climate change is real. So it's going to keep getting hotter and hotter and hotter every year. That's not the video I want to make today. The video I want to make is about an old teacher friend of mine. I still actually talk to them. They had a huge impact on my life, and I kind of wanted to talk about them a little bit. It's kind of cool to parallel live because he had a teacher that he looked up to too, kind of in the same way I do. But no, this is one of my teachers in high school, and I liked how chill he was, but also strict, if you know what I mean. One of those teachers where he was going to do what he could to help you, but he also wasn't going to pull punches, and he wasn't like literally beating up his students or anything. What I mean is, like, he's going to tell you how it is. He's going to do what he can to help you, but sometimes you ain't going to like it. But he never had the intention of letting anybody sink if they didn't want to, you know? One of those kinds of teachers. I remember I used to do musicals in high school, and sometimes I really like reading bumper stickers. My ADD brain got distracted for a second by this person's bumper stickers. But I was in musical in high school, and I remember one year, I believe it was the year we were doing Grease. I wasn't doing too good in math class. He was my math teacher. And he pulls me to the side one day after class, and he's like, "Mark, I know you like doing musicals. I like having you in the musicals. But if you don't get your grades up in class, I'm going to have to drop you out of the musical." And I'm like, "You can't do that. Do you follow your demons as closely?" I like that one. It's a parallel to the "Do you follow Jesus as closely" bumper sticker. That's awesome. I'm like, "You can't do that. You can't pull me out of musical." And he's like, "Well, I'm the director of the musical and your teacher for math. I can absolutely do that if I need to. I need you to get your grades up. You're slipping." Because I wasn't doing good at math. I've never been good at math. And I got my grades up. I think I did just enough effort to get him up enough to where he wouldn't kick me out of musical. But I really enjoyed being in his class. I really enjoyed being in the musicals. I think he's a great director. I don't want to necessarily say I took advantage of him when I was in high school, but for somebody that I supposedly say I looked up to, I probably didn't treat him as well as I should have. And he's reminded me, you know, like, you're a teenager in high school, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to mess up and stuff. I'm like, I know, but like, that's still me making these actions, right? That's still me doing these things, even if I am a dumb teenager, you know? I just wish I would have treated him better, but it's good, you know, we're in touch. He doesn't really care so much, you know? So it's cool, you know, along with him and one of my coworkers, they've helped me get back into reading too, so I've been reading a lot more. So that's been cool. And he's very insightful. One of the reasons I'm back in contact is because, you know, it's nice to have a mentor. I think of him like a mentor. Definitely a friend too, but, you know, like, I want to learn. There's a lot to learn. So I'm trying to learn as much as I can from him. Just had a lot of good times. We used to do this one trip every year in high school called On Fire, where we would go to Six Flags, and it'd be like this big Catholic conference thing, and they'd have a bunch of Catholic bands come and perform. There'd be like this giant mass with the Bishop of Sacramento, and it was this cool event. Like, even as an atheist, I look back on those events pretty fondly. I had a lot of fun. I might not agree with the religion and stuff anymore, but those events were still fun, regardless. And he was one of the chaperones, I think, every year. He's just a lot of fun to talk to and chat to, you know. And these videos, I know I tend to ramble, and sometimes I kind of hang on my words, and it's not because I don't necessarily know what to say. I'm just not good at, like, talking nonstop without thinking about things for a second. Because I don't script these videos, you know. Everything I say in these videos is off the cuff, from my heart. I try to want to talk about the things I talk about in my videos from the heart more than anything, because I don't want it to seem too manufactured. But he's actually the reason I started doing vlogging. He makes videos. I'll have to ask him if I have his permission to post one of his videos or his channel in my description here on this video. But he makes videos too. They're very insightful. He's a lot more nuanced and educated and articulate than I am, so like he's going to be a lot more of an enjoyable listen than I will. Perfectly fine. A lot more insightful and genuine too, and he's got a lot of wisdom to share. So I enjoy when he posts his videos. I try to watch them and pay attention as good as I can, because there's always something new to learn with him. Just an awesome guy. I couldn't have asked for a better teacher in high school. I know he tends to tell me all my teachers were good, but there's a reason why I've gravitated towards him more than any of the others. To me, from my experience, he tends to care more than he should. And I don't know if that's a fault or a positive or not. I think it's awesome, because he's just that brilliant, you know? I don't want to stroke his ego too much. I just wanted to make a short video about how much I appreciate him, everything he's done, everything he keeps doing. I genuinely think he's an awesome dude. If he lets me put his channel in the bio here in the description, I will, because I genuinely think he's got a lot to teach us. He's just really good at teaching. So I won't say his name just yet, unless he approves me to put his video in the description, just for privacy's sake. He'll know who he is, because he apparently watches my videos. So thank you, sir. That's it.